pliers, needle nose, but they do have an angle on it, so that's good. So just gonna grab the boot, and sometimes I like to what's good, y'all? Leekautorepair. It's been a minute, but it is what it is. We're gonna try to dump out these videos that I got lined up for y'all. So the first vehicle is a 2002 Chevy Suburban, and on this one it came in for customer said that it was flashing, the engine is stumbling, it's running rough. But you know, when I got to it, I test drove it, engine light was flashing, and we all know flashing engine light is an indication of what? Misfire. It's common sense. So pulled the codes. There are two previous codes for 420 and 430, but we're not worrying about that because it's not going to cause like misfiring issues, not that I know of. But it was just a random P0300. It didn't indicate which cylinder, so I went under the misfiring data. Good thing with GM, a lot of the GMs like to have like separate data that you can go into for misfiring. And I went up and I pulled all 8 cylinders, and I was able to see first front cylinders. I forget how this layout is, but I'm not sure if this bank 1 or 2 or whatever. This could be cylinder 1, this could be cylinder 2, whatever. These 2 front coils were, well, I unplugged them, and as I unplugged them, it was just like a dead cylinder pretty much. So I had swapped the ignition coil around with the known good one, and that let me know that one of them was bad, but the other one was good. And then on top of that, like I moved one to a good spot, and that didn't change nothing, so that let me know that one of them was good, but still one of them was bad or whatever. Cool. So I eliminated that part. So I pulled out a spark plug out of this cylinder right over here. I had to take off 2 10s. It's like this little bracket thing for the battery cable, and just slide that out the way, and you'll be able to already got this boot off, basically spark plug off. I mean the wire boot itself. I used to get the boot off, sorry, a car coming past, but I used angled needle nose pliers. They seem to be the best for getting off spark plug boots, and they do have specific spark plug boot wires that pliers that you could use for removing the spark plug wires. We didn't worry about that. So I got it off, and I was able to pull out a spark plug. If you want to do your diagnosis on figuring out, why this happened, you can do that. But for me, it won't really mean much to me because this truck itself has well over 230 something thousand miles on it, and I don't think I need to be worrying about what's what on this. This car has definitely achieved longevity, but we're going to keep this on a road by fixing what needs to be fixed so it can stay running forever. So we want to put a new set of spark plugs in it. And what are these, auto lights? I don't use auto lights. I like to use the AC Ducko brand. I got that for you. I want to leave an Amazon link for you too, so that way you can clip on, but the part number for this box is 41-962, and I'll leave a link in the bottom description. Make sure you pay attention to that. You click on it and it'll take you directly to the Amazon link, and you can click and order from there. And they do have it available on the Prime, so you can get it immediately. Should be like $7-8, and these are, you don't have to worry about gapping these. It's another reason why I like to get AC Ducko, because they just drop right in it. That's not the only brand that you can buy that'll drop right in there without you having to gap everything. Just make sure you ask for I believe just platinum plugs, or you can get like double platinum, something like that. But make sure they got like that skinny ass tip on it, whatever. So first thing I want to do is I want to go on to the next cylinder. So we're not going to worry about the one I already removed. I'm going to show you how to take off, just these first, not the first one, but I'm going to show you how to take off the rest of the 3 cylinders. And I'm saying take off the cylinder, that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Alright, so I'm going to work my way to the next cylinder, and I'm using, like I said, some pair of pliers, needle nose, but they do have an angle on it, so that's good. So just going to grab the boot, and sometimes I like to, you could pull the wire if you want, but the whole thing is literally going to pull out. Looks like that's not working this way, so let me try switching my position. Sometimes you twist and then pull, it'll come out. A lot of these GMs, these boots don't like to come off. You'll know what I'm talking about once you get to that problem, then you really have a hard time. The boot will shred away, and then you really gotta like get it out in pieces. I hate that. Cool. You can use, I'm using a 1/2 inch. I'm not even using a 1/2 inch. I'm using the 3/8 electric ratchet, and you can use a hand ratchet if you want to remove it, but me, I like to make the job a lot faster. So make sure you're spinning in the right direction. And you curious of what spark plug socket I'm using? It's a 5/8, and it has a magnet built into it. Alright, cool. Now, me showing you how to do one cylinder literally applies to all of the cylinders. You got all of the room in the world to do this job without removing anything additional besides this one bracket. Now for the other side, I believe there's some brackets you got to remove, especially when we're trying to get the coils off on the next bank. We ain't worrying about that. So here's the other spark plugs. You can see this is pretty worn out. You can see how this hooks over. You see how compared to this, and this is like bent up, and you see this big ass gap. It's old ass spark plug. There's no need to be sitting there figuring out why it happened. You're not in UTI. So let's go in. You drop the new spark plug in. It drops in just like that. Pay attention to the threads of your spark plug too, because if they all like dirty, got dirt on it, corrosion, rust, whatever, you might want to get you a spark plug chaser, chase the threads up, or you can just put some type of ANCs or something on it. Whatever it is you want to do, that's up to you. Me, if they clean, I don't worry about it. I'll just drop it back in there just like that. So this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw it. The good thing about this spark plug socket is that there's a magnet on it, so better than a rubber to me, because sometimes the rubber don't really grab, especially if the spark plug is wet. And then after a while, the rubber deteriorate, and you won't be able to get the spark plug out. Go ahead and tighten this. Now notice how I'm tightening it. Once it bottoms out, I'll just give it a snug. You don't have to go all 8 on it on trying to get it tightened, because that's how you'll crack the spark plug. That's a whole nother topic. I cracked a couple spark plugs before, and I had porcelain drop in the cylinder. We're not gonna get into that. Bam! As soon as I stop, just give it a. Hold on, I still got room. All right, give it a snug like this. Wait, stop turning. Wait. Bam! Just like that. Soon as it stops, just give it a snug, and that's it. And remember, you're dealing with porcelain. So I'm gonna leave this off hanging, just like that, and I don't have to worry about it not being in order or whatever the case may be, is because these are just straightforward. There's no crisscrossing, no wires, and nothing like that. So that's on. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my next spark plug on. All right, so I'm going to the next cylinder. I think I'm gonna climb up on these toe hooks. So I'm going. Remember, you're gonna twist it and then like pull it out. But there's all types of variations on trying to get these bad boys out, because for one, known to be a pain in the ass. Let me try to sneak it up from under. Let's see. Nope, they ain't work. Let me try. Now you can use straight, the needle nose without the angle. That might work good. Or you could just give it a try, yanking it out, see if it come out. But that's what I might do in a second. This don't work. Here we go. Get out the way and set up my ratchet. Alright. Crank it free. Always crank it free first. Make sure it's straighter. I need to hold one end of the ratchet so that way I don't crack the spark plug. I'm trying to remove it at an angle. Here we go, I got it free. some guys don't climb all the way in the bay, but me, I'm not a tall person, so it's a good thing I can do whatever it is I do. Since I'm still on top of the engine, good time for me to sneak in the spark plug. So I'm working on spark plug number 3. And put you in here, just like that. This tune-up probably ain't get changed, and God knows how long. But I did say this engine got how many miles on it. So a lot of that stuff is like self-explanatory for when you got a truck or a car with that many miles on it. At this point, you might as well worry about what you got to do to keep things on the road if you want to keep driving a truck like this with this many miles on it. At least you ain't like me. I got a V10 in my pickup, and it got 10 cylinders. So when I did tune-up on it, just parts itself cost me like 3 something. No labor. Well, of course labor is on me, but still. Alright, let's do this rear bank. The rear plug. Let's try. Hopefully, let me try twisting it with my hands first. Sometimes you rotate it around first, because it'll be stuck in one spot if you don't twist it. And then, here we go, pop right out. And let me see if I can get to that last one. Alright, I'm on it. Now mind you, I said I'm only showing you how to do this side, because if you could do this side, well, guess what? You could do the other side. Hold on, I think the spark plug was loose. It was, because I didn't even budge it. You saw that. Well, you probably didn't see it because you can't see, but I can. I believe this cylinder was misfiring as well. Number 6, so I did see some counts, but it wasn't high. That explains why. Still arcing, but not good enough, because look at that. Alright, let's get this last chunk in. And after I get that in, then I'm going to remove one ignition coil for you, and I'm going to install that, and just to show you how to do the ignition coil. And that'll conclude this video. And make sure you're going to clear the check engine light afterwards too. So let me go ahead and do what I do. It's like working on cars. It's fun until you uncomfortable. Like a lot of you not. Some little kid yesterday was like, "You want to work on? You want to be a mechanic? Can you teach me?" He want to work on cars, and I'm like, "Cool. You make alright some good money, but dang, that shit come with like a lot of cons, But he has yet to learn." Alright, it's tight. Alright, let's get it out. Now, next, I'm gonna replace spark plug wire. See how I just pulled it off from the coil? That's how you'll be pulling it off. And let me go ahead and get the new wires. So I got spark plug wires. If you ask me, they all look the same. So, and they all the same length to me. If anybody want to quote me on this and want to correct me, that's what we have comment section for. You go for it. But for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on. These 4 over here, these 4 right here. All you doing is snap it in there. Now, if you want to go ahead and put some grease on it, it's up to you. And I don't know nobody no more who put grease on spark plug wires. I don't know. That's just them. It is what it is. So make sure you get this This wire right here actually is more so like a pen, pretty much. Pen slash clamp, because it's a certain way, it's some type of thingy sticking out on the inside, and really all you're doing is shoving it in here. As soon as you hear it snap in, just like that, bam, and put it onto the spark plug and you'll hear it snap on. Yep, just like that. We on it. And same applies for the rest of them. Now you have this heat shield on the spark plug boost. You notice that one didn't have one. Probably whoever did a tune-up before probably dropped it or damaged it or had a hard time getting it off. Whatever, it's bad. If you want to use these, you can. If you want to use your own heating material, you can. You could lace it with heat wrap if you want to, or if you could buy like some type of sleeve off Amazon. I think for like the LS engines or something like that, you could. They make, I don't know, for my Camaro I was great buy some spark plug wire boot, like a little protector sleeve for it. You can buy that if you want, but there's all types of remedies for this. So this just comes straight off, and you take your new one, and all you're doing is just sliding it on just like that. Simple. So I'm gonna connect it. Bam. You hear it bottom out. It's got like, you hear like you'll feel it though, more so. Same applies for here. Now I'm gonna twist this around. So this, see how this is touching the steering shaft? Now I guess for me, I'm gonna take some zip ties, and I noticed the last person who did this job, because there's an old zip tie broken that I had to break off, but they had the two wires like this zip tied together, stop it from touching the steering shaft. So it looks like that's what I'm gonna be doing. And let's get to the next one. Yep, just like that, move it over there. Bam. And the same applies for the front one. Front one I'm going to leave off because I got to replace this coil right here. Alright, so I'm going to leave this hanging off for a second. To get this ignition coil off right here, it's pretty simple. But if you want to, you can go ahead and put your two 10mm bolts back onto this bracket and keep it, you know, sturdy, whatever. So this connector right here, lift up on the tab. Be sure to don't bend it back all the way. I like to use picks for situations like this because the tabs will break if you're too hard. Lift up lightly and pull away. Move these wires out the way just a little bit, and you'll notice there are two bolts, 1 and 2, 7mm. It's the only thing that's keeping them on. So once you take them off, that's the only thing you got to do. It's not a coil on boot type of situation. It's just a coil only. So I'm already set up, looks like. Got my 7mm on here, and I'm going to use my gun. And using a gun makes your job a whole lot faster, because I could have been still hand cranking the spark plugs is what I'm trying to apply. Oop, backwards. Wasn't even on it. Alright. Make sure you grip it real good, because once you drop those, well, you're going to go into the parts store to go buy a replacement pack to. I'm just saying. Bam, where's my bolt at? Alright, put that right there. And you notice how it just fell out of place? Well, that's the only thing that's holding the coil in. So, want to get the new coil. So this is a value. This is a Duralast Part C 1208. And I don't know how much you're getting it for, but I know how much I got it for. For me, it cost like a little bit less than like 40 bucks, probably 40 bucks. I didn't pay attention to the receipt, but it should look like this. Make sure you match it up. AutoZone do got like a door last, actually not a door last, it's I think a Value Craft brand or another brand that, no, make sure it looks exactly like this. If it don't look like this, then just don't get it. Cool. So we good. Put that in there, and like I said, it just sits just like this. Hold on. Bam, we on there. Hold on, man. All right, we Gucci. Get your 2 bolts on. If I can see over here where it will go to. Right there. Let me put this in there first. Come on, heifer. Uh-oh. I dropped the bolt. I hope y'all don't get this on camera that I dropped the bolt. I don't feel like going to the parts store. That's one thing about not working in the shop, outside of the shop. I mean, just not having nobody to do parts for you and constantly going back and forth doing parts is annoying. Alright, that's not working. Alright, let me go get, I don't want to drop this, so let me go get a magnet. Bam, just like that. Let's try this again. It's embarrassing me now. It's supposed to bend in, it's supposed to bend tighten you down. Be like the little stuff that like slow you down always. I get these 2 damn wires out the way. Come on. There we go. She on there. I just need to take ratchet. Lock it down. We in there. Now just tighten her up. Bam. Next one. Bam. Now, plug up my connector. Bam, she in there. Now, gonna, where's my spark plug? Boop. Here we go. Snap it on. Hold on, wait, hold on. Here we go. She in there. That's it. So, I want to get some zip ties for this end over here, but for the most part, I got to get to the other side, knock it out. So that's it. I'm Leekautorepair. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my video, my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click on the whatever you want, whatever. 2002 Chevy Suburban, how to replace an ignition coil or your spark plugs or your wires. I'll show you how to do one bank. So pretty simple. If you guys want to follow me on as far as just not subscribing, you can follow me on Instagram as well. Instagram is spelled the same way as my YouTube channel, so go ahead and put that in there. And like I said, I'll leave certain things in the description, like tool sizes, what tools I use, part number for the spark plugs, part number for the spark plug wires. I didn't even say that. Let me read this for you in case you want to go to AutoZone to get it. It's 4713. I'll list those numbers as well. Numbers for the ignition coil. If you want to know where I got my electric ratchet from, I got it from Harbor Freights too. So I'll leave tool sizes, parts, information, everything in the description you need. And like I said, if you can do this one bank, you can do the other bank. You got way more than enough room. So there should be no crying, no pouting. So I'm Leekautorepair. Make sure you guys hit the like button and make sure you guys subscribe. That's all I got to say. I'll holler at you.